disciples sat close, listening intently as Jesus spoke. They had been with him long enough to know that whenever he told a story, it carried a meaning far deeper than the words themselves. That day, Jesus was speaking about the kingdom of heaven, about being ready for what was to come. The disciples had questions. When would the time arrive? How would they know? What if they weren't prepared? Jesus looked at them. He wanted them to understand an important truth that could mean the difference between being ready or being left behind. So he told them this story. There were 10 young women, bridesmaids, who were invited to a great wedding feast. They were waiting for the arrival of the bridegroom, who was on his way to meet his bride. This was a grand event, the kind of wedding celebration that would last for days. The groom's arrival was the moment everyone had been waiting for, because only when he arrived could the wedding feast begin. Each of these 10 women carried a lamp, a small oil lamp that would light the way in the night. But there was a difference between them. 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. The wise ones came prepared. They brought extra oil with them, knowing that the groom might be delayed. The foolish ones, however, only had the oil in their lamps. They assumed it would be enough, not thinking ahead to what might happen if the wait was longer than expected. So they waited and waited. The sun went down, and hours passed. The excitement of the evening turned into exhaustion. Eventually, all 10 of them became drowsy and fell asleep. Then, in the middle of the night, a sudden shout rang through the air. "Look, the bridegroom is coming. Come out to meet him." The women jolted awake, scrambling to get their lamps ready. But here was the problem. The foolish ones realized their lamps were going out. The little oil they had left was burning away, and soon their lights would go dark. Panicked, they turned to the wise ones and begged, "Please give us some of your oil. Our lamps are going out." But the wise ones shook their heads. "We don't have enough for all of us. If we give you some, none of us will have enough. Go to the cellars and buy more oil for yourselves." So the foolish bridesmaids rushed off into the night, desperately trying to find oil. But while they were gone, the bridegroom arrived. The 5 wise women, ready with their lamps burning bright, went in with him to the wedding feast. The doors were shut behind them, locking them safely inside. Later, the foolish ones returned. They had found more oil, but it was too late. The doors were already closed. They knocked frantically, calling out, "Lord, Lord, open the door for us." But from inside, the bridegroom replied, "Truly I tell you, I don't know you." And the doors remained shut. Then Jesus looked at his disciples and said, "So you too must be ready, because you do not know the day or the hour when the Son of Man will come." This was a parable from Jesus. The 10 Virgins. Hip Hop Bible. Subscribe.